Don't be blowing me up, nigga. I ain't getting up. If it ain't about the money, ain't no use in you ringing my line. Stop wasting my time. If it ain't about the money, nah, I can even hear what you say. I ain't finna do shit. If it ain't about the money, bitch, you can miss me with it. Bitch, nigga, miss me with it. Turn it, turn it. I'm packing 11, I'm packing 11. I boom, turn. I'm riding the gator, my shoes on just set. So no, what they say? I'm sound like the reverend, I shoot at the reverend. Welcome, subscribers and viewers, to Spirit Vibes, What to Prepare for America Part 2. Stay tuned. This is the workforce. All right, I am ready to get started on your What to Prepare for America Part 2 report. This is the workforce. And before I got started, I asked Source, are there any particular industries you would like for me to illuminate regarding this report? And I asked for 4. I didn't know what would be reflected, but a couple of them are pretty interesting. I wouldn't have not thought that these 2 industries, which I'm sure you can see the images in front of you and what they may represent. And I was shocked to see poo, which is honey, beekeepers, they call apiculturists, API apiculturists. There are honey farmers types are in this report, as well as florists or people that plant flowers. Okay, so we have certain type of culturist that deals with farming honey and farming flowers. We also have the beauty industry, particularly barbers and beauty professionals, and air travel. So we're dealing with people who dealing with the air and space, pilots, aerospace, NASA, maybe even those in industries like myself who deal with prophecy, as well as project developers. Okay, so if you work and do special projects, you're a project developer, or maybe you work at projects at home that you want to sell, like do-it-yourself projects, I would say this reading is specific to you. However, it's specific to everyone because we all use these industries at some point in our life. Okay, so these are the industries that Source wanted me to, or for them to put a little bit more preference on in terms of these readings. And I see overall it's all about responses and putting in the stakes, building. Your underlying energy is the King of Pentacles, and he is always thinking about making money, how to make money, where to make money, demographics, geographics, people. How can I put 2 and 2 together and get my phone? Okay? And each of these industries deals with consumers. Okay? Consumers. And I see overall you're trying to put, the stakes are high, and you're trying to establish a foundation between now and next year. What to prepare for America around this time next year. This is what you'll be preparing for. Establishing your stakes in one of these industries. Some of you may go into being, a florist. Some of you may buy a plane or go into school to do aircraft work or whatever. Some of you, the beauty industry all the way around, particularly barbers and beauty professionals and the honeybee people. Okay, so some of you I see are
opening shop. What to prepare for America Part 2. And I see that some of you will be opening shop around this time next year. You'll either be in preparation or you will be inviting people to come into your place of business. Now, this could be in your home, or this could be an actual brick and mortar. Some of you, this will be a family business. So some of you are establishing family businesses. Some of you, you're going into business for the first time because some of you will be married. Okay. Now, for some of you, this family is not necessarily everybody in the home. It's like family members creating a community, okay, that has a business together, like a community, okay. Um, you may be establishing this business in the community where you live, or again, it could be your home that you're using, where you reside, could be the special place that you will be working from home. Okay, because I see the King of Cups here, and the King of Cups is a provider, and he deals with things that are close to your heart, right? Like your beauty, like your nutrition, okay? Like your sentiments, okay? Like your prophecies, your fate, okay? Where you going, your destiny, okay? And like I said, this is stemming from these either you or someone could see this, can see this happening, can see, I'm hearing the word ability, can see you all having the ability to do these things, to establish this business, because you have the community here. The only thing you have to do is figure out how to get started and where to start. You may already know how to start. You may already been in this industry. Maybe you've worked for someone else. But this spells independence to me. So what to prepare for America when it comes to the workforce is independence. And I've been saying this for quite some time. Part of the COVID pandemic, I think spiritually, was the universe setting up stage for this prophecy to take place. You know, history repeats itself. There was not always a welfare system. There was not always government assistance in any shape, form, or fashion, locally or federal or state, right? And with the way that our money is progressing and changing, it kind of seems like it may have to go that way because the American dollars are being eaten up in so much debt. Okay, because now we have debt on top of debt. We were in trillions of dollars of debt prior to COVID, and now with all of the giveaway, hey. So I am curious to know how money would fit into these work from home businesses, and this may be why Biden has chosen to propose that our bank accounts be monitored and reported whenever there is $600 or more income in those accounts. So I'm going to let you think about that for a minute. I'm going to take a break, and I'll be back with more to report on your what to prepare for America, the workforce.
I'm doing it for Blackie, yo, free hard out. Head honcho, nigga, no tonto, nigga. I'm putting pussy bricks in the Bronco, nigga. Nigga talk shit where I don't respond at all, nigga. No murder, no, no,
Okay, so I am back with your report, What to Prepare for America, Part 2. And as I go along, I feel like some of you will be invited to work with another or others in a community. Some of you, this is dealing with foods, although that is not spelled out in the depictions of the pictures. But we do have Pooh, who deals with honey. So this could be a baker. Some of you may be getting into baking. Okay. Um, it's a lot of promise in these industries right now. There's a lot of promise in these industries right now. And I'm really feeling like a lot of it has to do with food. Food is involved. I don't know if is it because for one, for flowers, special occasions, of course, this could be weddings, funerals, romantic dinners, okay? But I'm feeling like some of these industries, like the beauty industries, may be incorporating things like food. We were already incorporating those small things before, but somehow or another, I see it being a little bit more connected. Okay? So maybe you'll provide certain kind of eateries for sale while providing a service. Maybe you'll have your home set up. Maybe you have this family where the wife does hair and the husband cooks. And in that home, those customers or clients come and they can do both. They can get their hair done or their nails done, and they can take a plate home when they leave their appointment. You see what I'm saying? I see that there is like family collaboration. I feel like business has a lot to do with family. You don't have to be DNA, okay? I can also say community and marriage. So family, communities, and marriages are putting things together or preparing for this transition for this time, okay? Because we also know money's going to change, okay? So what we're dealing with now in terms of what to prepare for, you can prepare for a challenge. And that's for some of you that's having this talk with another. It could be this King of Cups that you're having a little bit of difficulty. Maybe, they're not easy to approach. I don't know. Maybe you're afraid of the answer. I don't know. Maybe it's your dad. Maybe this is the second time around. But maybe it's their vision, and maybe you see something different. But the challenge is having that talk. For others, it's just doing it. Okay? For others, it could be learning, subscribing to something, I'm hearing subscribing and prescribing, because these things give you the details into which you learn and you to earn, okay? For some of you, is getting the information, getting filled in is a challenge, because for some of you, this is a change. You may still be in the same industry, but it's a change. How to do it, who to talk to. Well, not even how to do it, because you know how to do it. It's just doing it. Okay? Because maybe some of you are not certain about your demographics. Okay? But you're definitely considering this. You're definitely thinking about investing in your own practice. Okay? So we're going to find out the reason for this, and I'll be back in just a moment. And that is my boy Tip Harris, okay? If it ain't about the money, all right? Because that's why we get into business, because we see a bigger picture, like this King of Cups. And I also recognize that the workforce for many would depend on the sea. So I feel like it's going to be a lot of work at sea opening up. So if you are into cruise ships, I suggest you start putting in your application. I see that that's going to be opening up in our what to prepare for. By this time next year, a lot of jobs at sea, okay, are going to be opening up. And I see that the reason for this change or this interest has a lot to do with entertainment. And I also see that there are old ideas from the past that are being used. You know, things like the Athena Arena of Greece, you know, the Aztecs and where they once worshiped and entertained one another in the marketplaces. I'm just feeling like people want to take the ancient stuff and put some innovative, creative ideas with that. So I keep saying that the past is coming to the present, as always. It's just going to be a more modern touch, right? So that's the reason for these island and watery or sea ideas for a community or for a family. I don't know if these ideas are specific to families, specific to communities, specific to groups. Okay. But like I said, this has a lot of promise. Now, I don't know if you creators received a promise from the God you serve, because, you know, we call it different names. I'm just being respectable. Or it's just because you just see promise in this, because you can connect the dots, because the King of Cups is insightful, just like the Queen of Cups. Some of you may have received some advice from this person. This could have been your coach. You may already know this. They may have told you this. And your challenge is just giving it a try. And I see some of you doing that, trying to figure out how you can either get in or escape. Because maybe this community is the job that you're on. So you're trying to figure out how you can transition into a new community. Because you're really trying to make a grounded decision before you jump into this opportunity, right? Especially when it comes to bee farming or beekeeper, apiculture, apicultural, apiculture, API culture, apiculture, the beauty industry. We're dealing with prophecies and aerospace, air travel, and so forth. And we're dealing with florists, okay? And what's going to help you in all of this is either speaking to someone, the person that you fear, the person that you feel challenged by. Like I said, could be the coach, could be the mentor, could be the top shelf. You know, that could be difficult sometimes. That can be challenging, filling them in, okay? Having that talk with them. You know, some of you proposing the idea of you wanting to be a part of this group. So for some of you, this is a job offer. And for a lot of you, has a lot to do with work at sea. Islands. It could be a particular island. It doesn't. It's still, to me, it's at sea. So some of you may be leaving and moving because this is a husband as well. Some of you may be getting married. So there are marriages in store for some of us this time next year. This is what you're preparing for, a family. Okay, and you will all, not you all, but some of you will be in these industries. These industries will be affected. Maybe you'll be using honey at the wedding. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're going to open up a beauty shop in your community. You got to fly to get to the island, right? And you're going to use the florist. These industries are important this year because of marriages, commitments, and anything dealing with family. Like I said, people die every day, and that's part of it. Okay, so we're gonna find out how all of this is going to work together and what shape you'll be in as we see your workforce notes. Underlining energy is always most. Okay, which I don't understand what always most could mean at this point, but I do see the issue about money or about looking in the paper, the actual paper, to see where to buy things for what you need or where to get your flights. I don't know if people still use the periodicals anymore. The central issue is under and grow. So I feel like you may not be where you want to be, but you're in a position of growth. You may be below others that you feel you're more experienced, but you have other things that you need to develop in. You will grow. Okay. And I also see the color purple here with some of you that's dealing with perception, right? I told you that this King of Cups, this husband, has deep insight. Okay. And he can see into the future. He can see where things are going. Okay. And he can perceive the door that you or him or y'all should walk through. Okay. And for some of you, you're going to be like royalty once you're established. Once you start doing this, you're going to be like a royal family, a royal couple. Okay. Yes. So let's see how you will work together in all of this. So source, how will the family, the couple, the community, how will they work together? You got the dustpan. Ooh. I'm seeing earn and learn. Okay. Earn and learn. That's how they work together. They earn and they learn. I'm also seeing some things have to be kept under the table. You know, that may be where the paper is, the money. I don't know. Okay. So what we're going to do is find out what shape we'll be in this What to Prepare for America Part 2, the workforce, as well as a special message. Seems like everything's going to be kind of new going forward. So what I'll do is get you a special message. Try to sum all of this stuff up. Okay? And I'll be back in a moment. Okay, subscribers, viewers, and listeners. So, what kind of shape will you be in by this time next year? It's not the most exciting shape, but it's complete. You have the brown circle. Okay, so everything is everything. What is meant to be will be. After winter, then comes spring. Love will come eventually. That's what came to me. I don't know why, but um, this is complete. Um, and I also see this is a brown circle. So this